doing.
Can I ask about social care? Because many people would have seen yesterday in the House of Commons as you presented Theresa May with a situation that was unfolding in Surrey and a suggestion that that local authority was getting special treatment.
David Hodge, the Conservative leader of Surrey County Council, planned to hold a referendum for a 15% increase in council tax. And at the last minute, it was called off. Can the Prime Minister tell the House whether or not a special deal was done for Surrey?
The decision as to whether or not to hold a referendum in Surrey is entirely a matter for the local authority in Surrey.
Mr. Speaker, my question was whether there had been a special deal done for Surrey. The leader said they'd had many conversations with the government. We know they have, because I've been leaked copies of texts sent by the Tory leader David Hodge, intended for somebody called Nick, who works for ministers in the Department of Communities and Local Government. And these texts read, "I'm advised that DCLG officials have been working on a solution, and you will be contacting me to agree a memorandum of understanding." Will the government now publish this memorandum of understanding? And while they're about it, will all councils be offered the same deal?
What we have given all councils is the opportunity to raise a 3% precept on the council tax, for that to go into social care.
Mr. Speaker, I wonder if it's anything to do with the fact that the Chancellor and Health Secretary both represent Surrey constituencies.
What would a Labour government do to improve social care? Because everyone knows it is in real crisis right now.
First of all, several £billion have been cut from social care since 2010, and that crisis has now seeped through into a crisis in hospitals as well, because insufficient care facilities outside hospitals, so there's a blocking process in the hospitals. That is a problem. So we would ensure proper funding of it, and we wouldn't be doing sweetheart deals with Surrey County Council or any other. You'd have to have a fair national system. The government's line of development on this is to allow local authorities to raise council tax to pay for it. Even if they all raised it by 3%, it only raises about a sixth of the money that's necessary, but obviously it raises different sums of money. You get quite a big sum of money in Windsor, for example. You get a very small sum of money in Knowsley. There has to be national funding for it. About £2 billion is needed, but the crisis is actually paid for by a crisis in the NHS, but it's also paid for by families, many of whom have to give up work in order to care for people who ought to be cared for by our social care system. We need a functioning, effective social care system.
Can I just